Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. We are about to kick this workshop off. So this is our monthly auto shop growth workshop. It also pertains to lots of other businesses. But today we're really going to be talking about how to grow your auto shop, how to use using Facebook ads. So how to use Facebook ads for auto shops in 2024. And if have another business that's not an auto shop, then this can actually also work for you as well. So there's a couple businesses out there that it's not really for e-commerce, but it does pertain to the majority of small businesses across the country. And again, this is Auto Shop Marketing Pros, so we are specifically talking about auto shops. So here we go. Who is this workshop for? Now, this workshop is specifically for auto repair shops, auto body and collision, detailers, PDRs, paintless dent repair, including hail repair, custom shops, and some sales. So I'll go into this here in a few minutes. But really, almost any business can use these strategies. And like I said before, we're talking auto shops. We are auto shop marketing pros. We do help other businesses as well. So these can help with pretty much any business out there. E-commerce is a little bit different. Our primary strategy here is for leads. So what are you going to learn today? My main focus is to show you how Facebook ads can help auto shops. That's my main piece. And if you're not an auto shop, again, this can actually help too. So you might want to stick around to see how that might help. And then at the end, I'm going to do a live Facebook ads demo. So we're going to actually open up Facebook ads and show you how to set this stuff up. It will be fairly quick, but overall, you're going to hopefully learn some stuff. Now, I do have a full presentation that talks about the 5 keys to auto shop growth. I'm not going to go into all those today. I will just show you those keys, but not really go into depth. That will take quite a while. But the keys and strategy for all this is really to help you get more calls, quotes, and customers. So it's really those first 2 pieces. You need calls and quotes in order to get customers. And using these, it's basically helped all the ones I've already told you to get lots of phone calls and lots of quote requests in order to get clients. So here's the quick keys for the auto shop growth. So I'll mention this, your online presence is your website, Facebook, and Google Business. Here, I'll show you that here in a second. Google Ads, which I've done a prior presentation on, and that we could talk quite a bit about, but most of these same shops really should be using Google Ads, but it depends on your strategy, your goals. Google Ads can take a little bit longer to set up and to get working really well. Facebook ads is kind of the third key, but depends on how much you're looking to budget on your ads. You can use either one. But really then in either case, you need the tracking, the follow-up to really get it going. So let's see, I got a couple more people joining. So now, if you're just joining, I'm just getting started on the keys to auto shop growth, and what we're going to be talking about is really Facebook ads and the follow-up piece and the customer tracking. So real quick on me, on our business here, and my background is kind of military, retired military actually, but as far as this goes, we've been helping different auto-related shops since about 2017. So PDR, auto body, auto repair, detailers, custom shops, certifications, and those things are great. But really, it's all about the results that help people get more calls and quotes and clients. So real quick, I'll show you this, but I'm not going to go into details on this stuff. But this is kind of your basic overall presence, right? So when people are looking for you online, you need a website, Facebook, Google Business. Most of you guys have this stuff set up. If you don't, then these 2 things, the Google Business, Facebook, can be set up for free. Website can cost some of that. Obviously, we can help you with all that, but for Facebook ads, if you don't have Google Business, you can really do it with just Facebook. The strategies I'm going to talk about today, you do need a website. So, but you can do with these, just both of these 2. In order to grow, really need the other one. You need to be capturing reviews on Google. So how do most auto shops get customers? And you can kind of answer this in your head really quick. If you're not doing advertising, most shops, and I would say most businesses, local businesses in your area, are really word of mouth and referrals. And these are obviously great. I've done full videos on this stuff too. These are great to have. You want people talking about your business and you want people referring others to your business, but it's not a reliable growth strategy, meaning you can't say, hey guys, this month let's ramp up word of mouth or let's get a lot of referrals. You can try it, but it's only going to happen when people talk about you. So what we want is a strategy that says, hey, tomorrow we want to get more leads, or this week more leads, more quotes, and all that stuff. So these strategies will help you turn that on. You do want these things, but you can't focus on that. So real quick, in my opinion and opinions of others, is why do most businesses fail? There's quite a bit of issues out there, but I would argue that most businesses fail because no one knows about you. It's not that your service and product isn't good. Most businesses out there have a great product or service, or you won't last very long. But it's because they don't know about you. You can think about that hole in the wall business, hole in the wall restaurant that, hey, I never even knew about it. Well, that's kind of why they stopped being in business. So, especially for auto related people, it's not the market, inflation, or economy. We saw during COVID times when everyone shut down auto shops. In fact, the ones that were advertising grew quite a bit. So people need those, and people love their cars. They love to spend money on cars. So real quick, what are shops missing? I talked about this is like the basic thing: website, Google Business, Facebook. Most shops that aren't experiencing a lot of growth are missing one or all these with Google, Facebook, or the tracking, the follow-up stuff. So today we're going to specifically talk about Facebook ads, and I'm going to get to that pretty much right now. So the major objective for ads, Facebook itself, and I'm going to open up and show you these campaign objectives. But for our purposes, what is your objective? What is your reason for running ads? Obviously, you want customers, but you can't just get customers. You have to get leads. So the reason for ads is to get leads. Leads, as you guys all know, if you've been in business, is people calling you or filling out the form and getting a quote request. Yes, we'd all just like someone just to pay us money to do that, but really we have to get people to call us first. Hey, can you fix my car? Can you detail it? Can you fix this dent? Can you fix this other stuff? Can you do that first? That's either going to come in a phone call or a quote request. And then the piece is turning those leads into customers. So here's our objective for the ads. With Facebook ads, Facebook ads gets in front of people on social media. Now, some people out there would say, oh, people are on TikTok and these other platforms. That's true. TikTok is a growing platform, but Facebook combined with Instagram, which is also Facebook, it's the biggest platform still in the world. And really the people that we're concerned about are people who are spending money. That's a little bit older, 30s and up. Yes, younger people are spending money, but the people who you guys care about are the ones who are spending a lot of money on their repairs or their customs and all that stuff. So with Facebook advertising, again, this is probably something you guys are already familiar with, but I just wanted to show you this. This is compared Facebook to kind of traditional billboards or radio, all that stuff. One of the major keys is that, well, Facebook, you can spend a little bit in a short amount of time. These guys over here, you have to commit to a lot of money, thousands of dollars per month. And ultimately, you don't even know what you got out of it. So a billboard can be good in some ways, but you don't know, okay, 5,000 people went by it, but no one's even looking at it. Whereas with Facebook, if someone sees your video, now we can use that and retarget them. But specifically with the billboard, it's just sitting up there. With Facebook ads, we can target people who like BMWs, who like Lexus or whatever else. Those types of people are the people that you guys want because they're likely to spend money. Yes, mom in her minivan, will spend money, but the guy who has the BMW is more likely to spend money on that car. I hope that example makes sense to you guys, because that's really what we're talking about is the key part of the key here is targeting those people who are most likely to spend money with you. And then it will reach mom in the minivan. But the people who like to spend money already will continue to do so. So what shops should use Facebook ads? And you'll probably guess that I would say most of them. But here are the ones that are most likely to get leads really fast, and leads that we've seen. Pretty much all shops out there, auto body collision, detailers, paintless dent repair, including hail repair, custom shops, and sales. I'll give you some example here. I'm not really talking about car sales. I'm kind of talking about sales for upgrades and rims, wheels, and we do have some experience doing stuff like trailers, off-road trailers, and campers and stuff like that. So it does kind of tie into the car sale piece too, but that's a little bit different. You can use the same strategies. You notice I don't put auto repair on here, although I will give you an example here how that can work. I would most likely recommend auto repair starts with Google ads, just because in any environment, whether it's a big town or small town, the amount of people searching every single month is in the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. So we won't get into that too much today, but here's something that I've actually gotten clients from, and maybe you guys will see this, but whenever you guys have a Facebook post on your Facebook page, Facebook will say, hey, boost this post for $5, $20. And they make it so easy to just click that boost. Okay, add your credit card, and away it goes. The issue is, and I'm going to show you this stuff on the live demo, is that the targeting features, the restrictions, the exclusions that you don't have available to you will end up causing you to send your ad from Florida across the way to California. I've literally seen ads from people across the country, and they should be limiting that ad to just within the closest 10 miles or closer. So it makes it very easy to do it, and it's very tempting, but you're not going to be able to set up the capabilities. And when you don't do that, then you're basically wasting money. So if you get nothing else out of this, try not to boost the post, because it's not going to help you that much. The next question I get a lot is, how long will it take for Facebook ads to work? Now, unlike Google ads can take longer to set up, but you're hitting those people who are very interested in your product or service. Facebook ads done correctly can start working the same day. We've seen leads come in the same day, within a few days. In fact, if it's done correctly and you're not seeing leads, then there might be something wrong. Especially in the auto environment, in the all the places that I mentioned already. If you're not seeing actual leads, then it means that there's something wrong with the targeting or the ad setup. That said, with Facebook, you got to, with any ads that in that matter, where you're spending money constantly on Facebook or Google, any platform like that, you really have to be careful to not just say, I'm just going to let it run and see what happens. You've got to monitor that weekly or daily to weekly. And I'll show you some of that stuff here in a second. Because if the ad is not generating the leads that you want, then you need to change it up. So this kind of gets into the technical piece of it, but I just wanted to mention that to you. It'd almost be like, hey, my car's working, so I don't have to take it in. I'm going to wait till it's funny. I hear my sister-in-law say this. Well, I don't need to get an oil change. The light didn't come on yet, or my tire light didn't come on. So if you wait for the error light to come on, sometimes it's too late. Same kind of thing with this. You might be spending too much money. So how can Facebook ads help your shop? These are the primary ways we want you to get help is leads. So leads from either a lead form or messenger or landing page. I'm going to explain that here, but a lead form, and I will show you an example. Actually, let me just pull up an example for you here right now. A lead form, when someone clicks your ad, this form pops up. Now, this is kind of just an example. I think this is leather seats, but we can make this form kind of very customized for your business. And in this case, it's, hey, give us your name and my phone number. We'll get you a fast free quote. That's a lead form. With Messenger, it's very similar, but it goes on to Messenger. You guys are probably familiar with this. Let me see back to my page here. Okay, so that's lead forms. Messenger. Messenger keeps it in Messenger and starts adding your questions there. I've seen some issues where people have really strange questions like, you know, hi, who are you? Or some strange default questions on Facebook. If you have the default questions, you want them to be, how do I get a quote? How do I get detailing? Or how do I get a autobody quote or something like that? Something specific for your business. Otherwise, it's pointless. The where are you located is okay, but the other ones, how do I get a quote, gets them automatically engaged with you. But a better way is to have multiple questions coming in that actually drive their desire to come to you. So what kind of car do you have? What damage do you have? What kind of service are you looking for? Then have that automated response going back to them. You can get phone calls with Facebook. It's not as good yet, but it does work a little bit. And local branding. I'll talk about these here in a minute. Our main focus again is leads, which is what I'm going to give you the demo for here. So a lot of people say, how much does it cost to run Facebook ads? Well, in Facebook, there's multiple levels and you have a campaign, an ad set, and ads. With us, we run ads sets budget, which this is kind of technical, but what that means is you can spend money on that specific location. And here we can spend as little as $1 a day, up to millions a day. Now, for auto shops, it's really the sweet spot. Kind of depends on your shop, on how many leads you need, how much business you need, and so on. With the $1 a day, this kind of goes into a strategy I'm going to talk about here in a second with branding. You may or may not get leads, but you can show your face to a lot of people very quickly. For leads, which is where we're trying to get name, email, phone number, what they want, I would recommend you start with about $15 to $20 a day. And with that, you can test it, and you're not guaranteed to get leads, but you're very highly likely to get leads if you're doing it correctly. And from there, it depends on your shop. You can do $20 a day. I have shops doing hundreds a day. It depends on how much you can handle. So again, that's where I'd start with that amount. So I mean, when you think about how much that costs per month, okay, if you do a couple of videos for $1 a day, let's say 5 videos and 30 days, it's $150 a month. Now, what does that get you? Let's go into the next slide, is local branding. Basically, what we're doing here is you're showing your face to people in the local area. And the idea is not necessarily to get the lead, it's to get your name and your business recognized in that area. So this actually does work, and it did work for businesses we've helped to get them massive brand awareness. So anytime that person is going around the area of the city, people actually recognize them. So that can help you a lot. Again, for leads, what I would suggest is in the $15 to $20 range. So you're talking about $600 a month spending with Facebook. So Facebook has its budget that you have to spend with. Okay. So that's what I would say on the low end. Once you're dialed in, you can go up from there. But again, if you're getting leads, it's not necessarily we spent this, it's you invested $20 to get how many leads? You might get a couple leads, right? And then leads turn into customers. So I hope that makes sense on that point. Let's talk about Facebook leads real quick. So who is this good for? Again, I'm going to show you that it can be good for anyone. The best people would be most of you here on this call, I think, which would be detailers, paintless dent repair, hail repair, customs, and I have examples of every single one of these. Auto body, uh, job ads. A lot of guys say, "Hey, I have enough work, but I don't have enough technicians." Well, these lead ads, which I'm going to show you, actually work. I don't have an example for the job ads, but it works. And then sales. Sales here, I'll give you an example. So lead forms is what I'm going to demo today. You can do that with lead forms, messenger, like I already mentioned, landing pages. And the problem with landing pages is a lot of people say, I want to send it to my website for the landing page. The issue with that is when people are on Facebook, they're not looking for any of this stuff. They're not looking for detailers. They're wasting time looking at cat videos or stupid stuff. So, but we know as you guys right now might be looking at Facebook, you might be looking at YouTube. So you're on there looking at this, you see an ad, you click on it. You might forget about it later. By the time you click over to the landing page, you don't even know what you're looking at anymore. So you might not even fill out the form. So here with the lead forms messenger, we can get that information fast, call them back, get their quote. That's what's so good about these top two. So start with $10 to $20 a day and you can retarget. So retarget really quick, what that means is if you see my video, if you see my first video, which a lot of guys, I think you have seen my videos, then if I have retargeting, it means that I'm going to show you my other videos, my other ads. This is pretty powerful. It reduces the cost of your ads for people. So that's Facebook leads on an overview. Let me show you some results of how this stuff can work. Because that's what really matters, how it might work for your shop. All the ones I just showed you, there's examples here. Now, all these are kind of a little bit older example, but these still actually work for this little banner type deal. But this could be for auto body. There's another similar one for dent or PDR. But really what we want to do is target, say, the name of the area. Let's say the name of your area is, I think I did Cedar Rapids, Iowa in the past. So Cedar Rapids car owners, does your car have damage? Now, you may think to yourself, I'm not looking for auto body work on Facebook. That's true. But if you've noticed, if you've been in Facebook at all for any amount of time, especially recently, if you mention a car, if you mention going to the lake or any kind of stuff like that, next thing you know, you're going to see a video about that, or you're going to see an ad for that. So Facebook hears you, first off. They know what you like, and they know that you just got in an accident. So it's crazy, but they can target. That's why it helps you guys. It can help your business get your ads in front of those people. So this is just like regular auto body. Similar for car dents. Again, you don't necessarily need these big banners here, but the more time you see, hey, car owner, got a car dent, got a car dent. So all this stuff will be PDR. Obviously, this guy might need more than PDR, but some guys don't know the difference between PDR and auto body, so they're going to call you anyway. So it shows that you can get these leads on there. And the cost can range depending on where you're at. They could be very cheap. They can be more expensive. Okay. The next one would be, here's a detailing example. Detailing, guys, almost any environment should work. I mean, this would be boat, car. We've done airplane, RV, anything. So as long as you're in a decent area, even a smaller area most likely has an audience. So again, you're saying, hey, this area, you want your car to look great, detailing, want a shiny car, all this stuff. And then when they click in here, it's get a quote, get a fast free quote and all that stuff, and get back to them. So you're doing this with detailing again. Here's one with auto upgrades. So if you're selling, this could be an actual rim. This could be a service. So, hey, we offer powder coating, we offer ceramic coating, we offer another service that's this could be a high value service that makes your car look good. So the reason why this worked incredibly well is because you've got guys who will spend money on their car before they spend it on their house or anything else. And you guys know this, that people will spend their money to make their car look good before they do it with whatever else. So before they get rid of their BMW, they'll lose their house. This is why it's beneficial to you guys to know this stuff. This is kind of the upgrades with the service or the actual product. Here's another upgrade example. This is kind of extreme. It's kind of crazy. Just tons and tons of leads on leather seats. You wouldn't have thought this would have worked that well, but now these are actually for higher end seats. So we're talking about, I think this was like $1,500 leather seats. But regardless, hey, do you want new seats? Want new seats? And you're able to get these quotes. Now, again, not everybody's going to buy this stuff, but it gets your name in front of the people who are interested in this stuff. Okay, a couple more examples, then we're going to go into the actual demo. So this is the trailer sales. I mentioned sales. This is kind of what I was talking about. You can have the one-offs of like the upgrades, but this was an off-road trailer, off-road camping trailer, kind of different niche, but it's kind of the auto space. You never know. And from my experience, I've seen that almost anything can get leads. And targeting the right people, again, the right people at the right location. This guy got lots of leads for his off-road camping trailer. The same things we're actually seeing now with actual campers, bigger RVs. So the same thing works there, and it can definitely work with cars. Car sales is a little bit different, but it can work there as well. I know most of you guys are in the service side. Okay, here's auto repair. I didn't want to leave you guys out. So this is an oil change. If you're in auto repair, you know oil changes probably don't make you too much money, but it gets them in the door to start with your shop. So this just goes to show it does work here, and the leads don't cost too much. But again, for auto repair, I'd most likely start with Google Ads. So the keys to lead generation and all these things, you can get all these leads. Let's say you can get, 591 leads, but if you don't do anything with them, it doesn't do you any good. So it looks great, but what do you need to do with them? Well, you need to have one is a system to automatically follow up with them and get an appointment, get their quote request. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. We've got some automated responses, and our next piece is going to be actual AI, so artificial intelligence, to where it actually looks like your actual employee is talking to them. We're actually testing some systems with that right now. So you want to do this, but you also want to call them back as soon as possible if they don't schedule. So it's one of these two things. And the third is you have to sell your service. And now probably none of us like to sell at all. I'll give that to you. But if you're good at your product or good at your service, it's kind of your duty and responsibility to sell it. And you've got to believe in yourself, believe that you are the one to do their service, whether it's, PDR, autobody repair, auto repair, anything. You've got to sell that to them that you can provide it. So I don't need to go into that too much. But anyway, the first part is to get the leads. Next is to turn leads into customers. So here is part of that follow-up. I'm going to show you this real quick. So we want to respond quickly on text and email. You guys probably saw some of that with the follow-ups here that I sent you guys. Same exact system that I do is what we recommend. So if someone fills out their form on like a Facebook ad like this, or if you end up going to a landing page, whether it's a Google ad or your website or chat or whatever, or this is kind of an older form. If they do that here, you want a follow-up. And you don't just want to say, hey, we'll get back to you. You want the next steps. And what I mean by that is a text that tells them, hey, call us back, give us your name, email, phone number, give us your car, year, make, and model, whatever it is, or click here to schedule. Some people have that appointment system, some people don't. And a text to your people. So this example is like my business. So a text to your team that says, new Bob's detailing request, name, email, phone number, maybe the type of car. Click right there and call them back immediately. So ideally, this would be to your team, and then send them up an email as well. Now, again, with the AI system, we're not there yet. We're testing a system right now that might be available in the next couple weeks. So in that case, it would be the AI person actually chatting back with this person to schedule everything. And I think that's going to be a game changer. So anyway, the automated follow-up. So we use those for Google ads, Facebook ads, on your website, chat, all that stuff, and to request reviews, which we didn't go into, but you need to request reviews so that, well, it just helps you with your business. Okay, so we're kind of moving faster, but almost to the demo part. The tracking part is what I call like the fifth key, because if you're not tracking this stuff properly, then you'll be wasting money. And in here, we use this system, and it's customizable. You got a new lead comes in, you can message them, talk to them, all that stuff, all the way through your entire pipeline. So this is easy. This is pretty easy to use. If you guys don't have something like this, we message people on here, send them an email back and all that type of stuff, and track. So that is the tracking system at a basic core. I could talk to you for an hour about it. But it helps you track leads and customers and set appointments. In fact, this system, again, I didn't go into it, but it actually has the appointment system capability, a review capability, all that type of stuff. Getting to the end of this part, the 5 keys for the auto shop growth. We kind of covered this stuff really fast, but I really just talked about Facebook ads, follow-ups, and customer tracking.